Go for it.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Whitney. A lot of people who are friends and acquaintances of mine have been asking me what the heck is going on with me. Specifically, I was walking through the parking lot at Plaza Frontenac about a week ago, and a client of mine comes up to me and says, "What's going on with you?" And I looked at him a little bit quizzically, like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You look unbelievable. You're thin, and you obviously have been working out, and you look strong and all this other stuff, but you just look great." And I said, "Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I have been working with my friend Ricky and with my friend Paul, and they introduced me to something called Isogenics. And they represented it to me as solutions to some parts of your life you may want some help with. And to be perfectly honest, I've been running around overweight for many years. I didn't look it. I was very healthy, but I still ate like a kid who thought he was going to live forever. And the truth is, I was about 208 pounds just under 3 months ago. And I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. My knees were starting to hurt. My hips were starting to hurt. I'm still riding bikes over 100 miles a week. But I finally got to the point where, and Ricky introduced me to this thing 3 years ago. And I thought of every reason in the world that everybody can think of why I wasn't going to do it. It was too expensive, or it was a network marketing thing, and there was all kinds of scam associated with it. I just had every imaginable reason in the world not to give it a try. Truth of the matter is, she didn't push it on me at all. All she said was, "It works for me. It may work for you. Try it or don't." But she didn't push me. I just get sick. I get sick of being sick and tired. So I said, "All right, let's talk about this." And she said, "Well, if you take a look at your food budget and know what that is." And I've been buying at least 2 meals a day at Whole Foods because I live alone, and cooking for one is a pain in the neck, and I work hard, and I haven't got a lot of time for doing all that stuff. So my food budget was formidable. And she said, "Now, if you take 2/3 of that out, that's what your shakes are going to be. The shake is a meal replacement thing. And I'm going to let my friend Paul, who's on the call with me, tell you a little more about the product." But when I started to do the math that way, I realized, well, I'm not really spending more money. I'm just reallocating my food budget. So I said, all right, let's give it a try. So I got it. And the first month, I was pretty impressed. I started feeling better after 2 weeks. I started losing weight. I was doing the cleanse, but not perfectly. And the cleanse is a day where you, and Paul will talk more about this too, you basically drink a lot of botanicals and a lot of water, and you give your digestive system a break for a day. And the result is astonishing. But more than anything, I started to feel great, and parts of my body that haven't been feeling great for a really long time were now starting to. So in month 2, where I went ahead and renewed for another month, I lost a ton of weight. And I've been down 23 pounds in a little less than 3 months. I feel better than I have in years. I'm working out regularly. It's not hard. I have energy. I have focus. I sleep much better. And a lot of this has got to do with this ionic stuff Paul's going to talk about, where I just feel calm and settled and happy all the time. And so in the long run, what I really came to do was to lose a little bit of weight, and not with a whole lot of in the way of expectations. And what I got was the foundation for healthy living and healthy aging for the rest of my life. I'm exposed to a community of like-minded people who are health conscious, but not fanatical. I eat whatever the hell I want for 1 meal a day. I'm not perfect. Every once in a while, if I feel like having a cookie, I have a cookie. But it's not a diet to me. It's more like the kind of lifestyle change I can manage my way through easily. I don't beat myself up. And you know, if you fall off for a day, you fell off for a day, you get right back on. It's not that damn hard. But the energy and performance and the healthy aging, and really all this is a potentially different way to make your life fantastic for the long term. I can sustain this. It feels incredible. And if you want to know more about it, Paul's going to give you some of the details about some of the basic products. Give me a call, 314-560-3509. Don't believe me. Try it. But if you don't try it, you'll never know. Paul, take it away.
Yeah, Bill, and I'm with you there, brother. I think that pretty much everybody that we talk to about Isogenics and share Isogenics with, they start out as a skeptic, right? And there's no question that you were a skeptic, right?
3 years.
And
later.
you were one of the biggest skeptics, as I recall.
Uh-huh.
And it took you a couple of years to make the right decision. But you know what the good news is? The bad news is it took you a couple of years. The good news is you finally made that decision, and you made that decision to say yes, right? And aren't you glad that you did?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Right. And you know, the thing
I'll be the first to admit it. I was wrong.
yeah, and you know what? And that's okay. But you know, there's reasons that we're all skeptic, right? We've all tried many different things, and they all fail, and so we always have our guard up. But you know what? I'll tell you what. Not only did you get the results, Bill, but you love Isogenics so much, and the results are so significant that you now feel compelled to share these products with others, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's the purpose of this call. So if you're listening to this, we appreciate your time. And the purpose of this call is really simply just to give you a quick overview of what these products are and kind of give you a little bit of an understanding of what is Isogenics. What is all of this stuff about? And I will start off by saying, Bill, and you nailed it on the head, and you said it's not a diet. It is absolutely not a diet. Isogenics is not a diet designed to lose weight. Isogenics is a nutritional system, okay, designed to fuel your body with everything it needs to function optimally. Okay, yep. So it's not a diet designed to lose weight. It's a nutritional system designed to gain health. All right. Now, what does that mean? Gain health? Well, that's going to be different for everybody, right? And what the wonderful thing about our products are, we have solutions for the following. All right, weight loss, energy, increased athletic performance, healthy aging, and also there's an opportunity for wealth creation for those who are interested in learning more about that. But I would suggest to you that 85% of people that are using these products in Isogenics, they're not getting paid. They're not making money. They're using the products because what?
Because it makes your life as good as it can possibly be.
You got it. Amen. They work, right? They work. Bottom line, they work. All right. And it's amazing what your body can do when you fuel it with the right stuff. Right. And that's what Isogenics is. It's the right stuff. Okay. And you know, what's really crazy is before Isogenics, I've been on Isogenics for 5.5 years, Bill, you know that. And there is not a day that I go without Isogenics. All right. I personally replace a couple meals a day. And like you said, I eat whatever I want at night, but that's going to be up to each of you to make that decision of how you use Isogenics. But it's really what's amazing about Isogenics is that before Isogenics, I thought I was eating well, right?
Yeah, that's a great point.
And you know, and it was important to me, right? Yep. There's only so many things that we can control in life, but one thing that I can control is what I put in my body. All right. So before Isogenics, I thought I was doing the right thing. I was, you know, that was something that was important to me. But once I started using Isogenics, I didn't know how good I could feel, right? Until I started feeling so good. So
it's pretty surprising, especially in the beginning, how good you can feel.
Yes. And you notice the results.
Out of bed. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? The reality is eating well, eating healthy is very difficult to do. There is a lot of garbage in our food supply, right? And it makes it very difficult. And you know what else? If it's important to you to eat well, it's not only is it difficult, it's a hassle, but it's also expensive. You mentioned Whole Foods, right, Bill? Whole paycheck, right? So what Isogenics has done is turn that on its head. And that's why people are having such great success with Isogenics is because it's taken the guesswork out of fueling your body with that optimal nutrition and making it very easy. And here's the other thing, cost effective to really, once again, put that proper nutrition in your body. Okay?
That was one of my big sticking points, and it turned out to be absolutely true. It is cost effective for me to do this.
Most people end up saving money using Isogenics. I know we are. There's no question about it. Okay. And really, you know, how does this work? Well, Paul,
one more thing about that.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't know how to buy the quality of food I get from Isogenics, and it gets delivered to my damn door every month.
That's it. I mean, you know, that's a good point because that's exactly what I was going to say is that's what Isogenics is. I mean, what is this all about? Well, When you talk to Bill, all he's going to do is show you how to open up your own online wholesale grocery store where you can go on and purchase the best nutrition on the planet and have it delivered directly to your doorstep. That's pretty cool, right? Making it easy, right? And here's the thing about Isogenics. You can order as much as you want, as little as you want. You can stop it at any time. And more importantly, and before I go into just a couple of the products, this is really critical. There is a unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. If you use the products and you don't like them, all you do is tell Isogenics, you get your money back. There is no reason to not at least try this, because Bill and I could sit on this call and we could, talk about the science. We could talk about the ingredients. We can talk about the results that people are getting on our team. We can talk about all this stuff until we turn blue in the face. But the reality is you're not going to know. Those of you who are listening to this, you're not going to know whether or not these products work for you until you do what? Until you get them into your body. That's it. So when you go buy a new car, what do? You test drive it, right? So that's what Isogenics does. They give the opportunity to test drive this nutrition to see if it works for you. Okay. If it doesn't work, you get your money back. If it does work, okay, off to the races you go. So it's really that simple. And, I guess the only thing that Bill and I would like to emphasize in this call is, I know that you've heard all this stuff works and that stuff works and you got to try this. But the reality is we are here to tell you that this stuff is the real deal. It really does work. And because it's a system it's a product system, a nutritional system, right? Where you have these different components of this system that are all designed to work synergistically with one another. All right.
In my 56 years, I've never felt compelled to share anything like this.
It's interesting.
A product testimonial. This is the first time I've ever done it. And I'm only doing it for one reason. It works. I believe in it. And I would like the people that I know and love to be able to give it a try. That's all.
Well,
and if you don't, I don't care.
Well, that's right. And that's okay. And that's okay. We're not here to try to convince anybody to do anything. That's for sure. But I will say this. Speaking of that, Bill, my wife and I, Heidi, we've personally enrolled probably about 150 people into Isogenics, helped them open up their own online wholesale grocery store over the last 5, almost 6 years. That number has now grown to over 12,000 on our team. Okay, not Isogenics much bigger, but just our team. That 150 has grown to over 12,000 people. Why? Because once again, the products work. People use them. They love them, and they feel compelled to share them with others. So that's what Bill's doing here today and sharing this video with you, is in the hope that you'll try these products. Give them a go. I would suggest to you, what do you have to lose, right? Especially with the money-back guarantee. So let's talk about just a couple of the products, okay? Because Isogenics has over 40 different products. We're not going to go into all 40 different products. I would suggest to you, I use maybe not all 40, but I use the large majority of them because they work and I love them. Like I say, I won't go a day without them. But there's 5 of the 40 different products. There's really 5 that we would refer to as our core products, and what we actually call our 5 pillars of health. Okay. Mm-hmm. And today we're going to do is just cover 3 of the 5. Okay. If you want to learn about the other 2, get a hold of Bill. Okay. But we want to talk about 3 in the interest of time. And let's talk about, number 1 is the cleanse. All right. Now that sounds kind of scary. Cleanse. Well, the reality is cleanse is just simply it's a liquid that you purchase, or you can purchase it in powder form and mix it with water. For people who travel, they find that very convenient. But the cleanse, I would prefer that they call it, instead of cleanse for life, they call it nutrition for life, or even call it liver support, because that's what it is. It gives our body, and more specifically our liver, the minerals and the nutrients that it needs to perform optimally. And the reality is, every one of us, whether you believe it or not, we're all toxic. All right. And why is that? Because there's toxins in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the stuff we touch. Toxins are everywhere. Our body needs an assist to rid ourselves of those toxins. So whether you're looking to lose weight, or you're looking to increase energy or athletic performance, cleanse is a critical component associated with that, okay? And one of the ones that's often overlooked. So the cleanse, take a shot of that every night before I go to bed. You can use the cleanse for a 1-day prescribed cleanse or even a 2-day prescribed cleanse. The science behind those 2-day cleanses is absolutely phenomenal. We don't have time to go into it today. You can ask Bill to send you some information on that. But this is all scientifically proven stuff, guys. And like I said, we have, depending upon what your goals and objectives are, we have people on our team literally on one end of the spectrum that were obese, that have lost hundreds of pounds. Life-changing. Not only did they lose it, but they've kept it off. Because remember, we're not starving our body to lose. Anybody can lose weight by starving their body, by restricting calories. But what we do is we fuel our bodies and give our bodies what it needs to perform optimally. And if you're obese, your body naturally is going to lose weight. So on the one end of the spectrum, people have lost all this weight. On the other end of the spectrum, we have literally elite athletes using Isagenix. They're looking to improve and enhance their athletic performance. Olympic champions, world record holders, professional athletes, okay, across the board. So and I think, those are the two ends of the spectrum. Probably most of us are somewhere in the middle. So the point is, these products are designed to work with you and help you and make it easy for you to accomplish your objectives, whatever they are. So we talked about the cleanse, number one. Number two is probably what I would consider the main pillar of the 5 pillars, and that's our shake, all right? And here's the thing. This is not a protein shake. Having said that, it's got the best protein that you can source on the planet in it. But it's not just a protein shake. It's a macronutrient full meal replacement shake. Bill, you mentioned how busy you are. I'm super busy, right? And it used to be that I'd eat breakfast and then I'd eat dinner. I was too busy. But now Isagenix makes it super easy for me to feed and fuel my body and do it in 5 seconds. Literally mix this stuff up with water. If you have a blender, great, mix it with ice, but you can literally mix this thing up and fire it down. And like I say, it makes it really super easy. You have that shake and it gives your body everything it needs. And you feel satiated. Yep. Okay? It's got the best protein on the planet, sourced from New Zealand, grass-fed cows, no or hormones, antibiotics, none of the garbage. The protein is undenatured. What does that mean? Well, denatured protein, which is the majority of proteins out there, they use heat and or acid to extract the protein. Well, that's a really super cost-effective way to extract the protein, and that's great. But the problem with it is it destroys the efficacy of the protein, so you might as well be eating cake batter. Guys, whoever's listening, you got to be careful, okay? There's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of garbage out there. You have to understand what it is that you're working with. All right. Isagenix goes to the ends of the earth. Their mission is to impact world health and in the process, free people from physical and financial pain. They're dedicated to doing this right. Okay. That's the key here. They use undenatured process. It's more expensive, but that's the right way to do it. Okay. So our shake is one of the other components. So the third component we're going to talk about, the third pillar, is our Ionic Supreme.
And I love this stuff.
Yes. And don't we all? And why is it? Well, Ionic Supreme has adaptogens in it. Once again, it's a liquid or comes in a powder, whatever you prefer, but it has adaptogens in it to address cortisol production.
Oh, you know what? You just made an important point. I'm not home now. I'm in LA. I'm at the beach.
Yes.
And I brought all this stuff with me because it comes in those simple little powder stick form. You throw them in water, you drink them up, and away you go. It's awesome to be able to travel with this stuff.
Bill, once again, that's the key here. That's why people have success with Isagenix. I think there's no question in my mind there's other products out there that maybe are as good as Isagenix. I don't know of any that are better, okay? But here's the thing. What really makes Isagenix different is the way they put this system together. So it makes it easy, right? It makes it super. All I have to do is follow the system every day, and my body's getting everything it needs. You know, I got on these products over 5 years ago. I was looking to increase athletic performance and energy. I wasn't looking to lose weight. I lost 5 belt notches. But in the meantime, I actually gained weight. So what happened? I was actually able to shed body fat while gaining lean muscle mass. That's a very difficult thing to do. But with Isagenix, you can do it. So You know, that's the thing. People, it's easy. If something's hard, most people aren't going to do it, right? It makes it easy. And like I said, cost effective. But the thing about this, the Onyx Supreme, is it addresses cortisol production. Now, our body's natural reaction to stress is to produce cortisol. Now, some cortisol production is a good thing, but an overproduction of cortisol is a bad thing, okay? Overproduction of cortisol, because we're overstressed. Today's day and age, we're moving and shaking, we're busy. And it might not even just be mental stress, but it could be also physical stress, right? For athletes, after they work out, they're stressing their body. So this cortisol, if you have an overproduction of cortisol, it can lead to belly fat. It can lead to fatigue. It can lead to difficulty sleeping at night. So all you do is you take a shot of this Onyx Supreme in the morning, you take a shot of this Onyx Supreme at night, and it's like magic. I know it sounds crazy, right, Bill?
It sounds crazy, but I'll let you know when I disagree with anything you say.
But it works, right?
Yeah.
And it's a calming effect. You feel sharper, right? You feel more energy. And that's the thing about Isogenics. You have a steady energy all throughout the day. Right. None of these, peaks, and then in the afternoon you're crashing. It's a steady energy. And you know what? Like Bill said earlier, yeah, sometimes I have, some eggs and bacon for breakfast, or sometimes lunch I'll have a cheeseburger or a sandwich. That's okay. But I'll tell you what, every time I do that, I feel like, man, I wish I had had my shake, right? Because one thing about this that I want to emphasize with everybody is having a shake for breakfast and having a shake for lunch is not a sacrifice for me. It's like, oh, I wish I could have that cheeseburger. I wish I could have that sandwich. I want my shake. I crave my shake. And once you get your body nutritionally balanced, you're going to crave that shake as well, okay? And because of the way it makes you feel. You eat that cheeseburger, and it sure tastes good going down. Cheeseburger tastes pretty good, but afterwards you feel like crap, right? So Isogenics is, super easy to follow. It's super easy to incorporate into your daily routine, and you will get to the point where you're loving these products and wanting to use them. And maybe you're going to be like Bill, where you're going to want to share them with others. But whether you do or not, it comes down to you listening to this call right now. What I would suggest to you is there's a lot of stuff we can talk to you about, but forget about it, all right? We have all the science. We have third-party independent studies that prove how our products work and provide irrefutable proof that our products work, right? And Bill can share that.
Blah. The most irrefutable proof you can possibly get is put this stuff in your body and watch out.
And you got it, Bill. And that's it. And that's why I said forget about it. Just order the products. If you know Bill, I'm sure you like Bill. And if you know Bill and like Bill, I'm sure you trust Bill. I know that I do. And if he's saying that something is good and there's a money-back guarantee, what I would suggest is, hey, what do you got to lose? Order the products, get them in your body. If they don't work, get your money back, okay? But I think that's, to me, I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's Isogenics in a nutshell. And it may be something that, is your cup of tea. It may not. But if it's something that has at least some level of interest or, kind of hitting on, at least, like I said, on some level, and you want to learn more, get a hold of Bill, right? And Bill, if I can be of help in any way, shape, or form, you can always circle me back in, but you're in great hands with Bill. And Bill, why don't you share that phone number with people once again?
So I can be found at 314-560-3509, or you can email me at billwhitney60@gmail.com.
And you know what? We'll finish this by saying, when you talk to Bill, he can answer any additional questions you have, and then he can work with you to determine what products are best for you to meet your goals, specific goals and objectives, and also what products work best for you within your budget, right? But the nice thing about Isogenics, as Bill mentioned, it's just a redirect. Instead of spending the money at Schnucks, and I'm talking to people in St. Louis here, right, or City Market out in Colorado, you're spending it at Isogenics, and you're upgrading your nutrition, and in most cases, you're doing it more cost effectively. So anyway, thanks, Bill.
Thanks,
Paul. And let me know if I can help in any way, shape, or form going forward.
Appreciate your time, brother.
All right. Thanks, man.
We'll
talk to you. All right. I stopped the video, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to turn this thing back around for a second.
Yeah.
So now you're going to look at Dan's desk.